Thanks for saddling Cobalt. Paul, I'm taking care of everything.
Hey, cowboy.
What do you want?
Believe it or not, I'm here to warn you.
About what?
Trouble. With a capital T, and that rhymes with D, and that stands for Dorian.
Echo di Savoy. I'm gonna get the truth out of you yet. Clint is Rex's father. Not Charlie Banks. But how do I prove it?
Wait. What do you mean nothing happened? You mean you didn't kill Eddie Ford?
I'm trying to tell you that I didn't sleep with your husband. We never had sex.
You lied about that night? Made me believe that we had sex and we didn't?
Yes. So sorry. I couldn't say anything because I assumed that Nate was guilty of killing Eddie. But now that he's recanted on his confession and I know that he's innocent, now I just tell you the truth. Bo, you were right. I did drug you. I ground up a pill and I put it in your beer.
Wait. Somebody tell me what the hell's going on here, okay? You said something about a prescription?
I told Balsam what happened that night with Inez. And he got me thinking that maybe she slipped me something. So he did some checking on his own. And he found out that Marty Saybrook wrote Inez a prescription for a tranquilizer.
You drugged my husband and then made him believe that he slept with you?
Yes. He was with me that night. He was upset about the texts he thought you were sending.
That Eddie, your ex-husband, was sending to him on my phone while he kidnapped me.
And after the drug hit Bo, we kissed. But it wasn't me he was seeing you. He was talking to you. He was apologizing to you about throwing Sam Rappaport in your face. He told you he loved you. And when he noticed it was not you, he pushed me away. Bo didn't cheat on you. He could never do that. We never slept together. Bo loves you too much for that.
The next thing I know, there's Dorian sitting in the back of my AA meeting, dressed in this ridiculous disguise, hoping that she's going to hear me confess that Charlie's not Rex's father, but you are.
But you kept your mouth shut because I could send your son to prison if you talk.
He's your son too, Clint, and he's a good man.
He's a swindler. He's a gold digger like his mother. He's gonna try and bring this family down.
No, you're wrong.
About you or Rex?
Rex and your grandson are wonderful people. But you know what? Your loss is Charlie's gain. Because Charlie adores Rex and Shane, and they think the world of him too.
Well, good. Charlie needed a son, I gave him one.
And once Dorian finds out that you somehow managed to fake that DNA test, and when Charlie finds out that I've been lying to him about Rex, it's gonna kill him. Rex can survive the truth, but Charlie can't.
Well, then you better make sure that Dorian never finds out.
Well, you know what? Dorian's not the problem, Clint. I am.
Why?
Because I can't look Charlie in the eye anymore and not feel guilty about lying to him.
Oh, God, you'll get over it.
Clint, don't you ever feel guilty about anything that you're doing?
Well, I believe her. I think she's telling the truth.
I do too.
You really believe I didn't sleep with her?
I really do. Arrest her, Bo.
Guilt is just a waste of time. It's for people who want to wallow in the past.
Really? I thought guilt was about having a conscience.
Well, if feeling guilty could stop people from doing the wrong thing, we'd all be better off. But people do what they want to do, and then they say they feel bad about it, and then they moan and they groan and they cry about it. But what good does all of that do?
So are you saying you do feel guilty?
You told me about Dorian, so you're finished here. You can go now.
I can't, Clint. Not until I find out what the hell happened to that Clint Buchanan I knew all those years ago. He was a tough man, but he knew right from wrong. And he was loyal. Loyal to his family, to his kids, to Vicky. I had to pull out every trick in the book to get you to sleep with me.
She got Eddie to kidnap me, and then she shot him to shut him up.
No, I did not kill Eddie. I had nothing to do with your kidnapping.
Oh, you expect me to believe that?
Inez, why did you drug me? Was it really just to get me into bed?
She needed an alibi for Eddie's murder.
No, you have to believe me. Nora, you were right. I was attracted to Bo, but that is not the reason I tried to get you to sleep with me.
Well, then why'd you do it?
I had to.
You had to.
I had no choice.
Oh, someone was forcing you?
Yes!
Really? Who, Eddie?
No, not Eddie.
Then who? Who would want to do that?
Back then, you vowed never to be like your father. Well, look at you now.
I've grown since then. People don't say the same decade after decade. Today, I know more about how the world really works, and now that I know that, I no longer consider it an insult to be like Asa. Far from it.
You have another side, Clint. A better one. Like Bo. Where did that go?
Who are you to talk? You lured me away from Vicky. You framed me for murder. You abandoned your son, my son. Who knows, if I had been able to raise him, things might be a little different right now. But no, you left him at the hospital. So who the hell are you to judge me?
Right, Clint. I have made a boatload of mistakes.
Mistakes? That's what you call abandoning your son?
And I've hated myself for leaving Rex behind his whole life. But I was helpless to do anything about it. So instead I drank and I partied. And all these years later, nothing's changed. And I am still lying. Only this time I'm lying to Charlie. And I still can't seem to get anything right. Even though I have this second chance with my son and I have this wonderful grandson, but I'm still hitting the bottle to take the edge off my guilt. And I'm using my drinking to get closer to Charlie. A married man. Married to Vicky. Does that sound familiar? I'm going to AA meetings with him. I'm asking him to keep me company when I feel like I want to drink, and why? He's supposed to be my friend.
But he's not.
I'm falling for him. I'm falling for a married man again. I'm ruining Charlie's marriage, and I'm hurting Vicky, and I hate myself for it every minute of every day. Clint, I look at myself in the mirror, and I hated myself those years ago. I hated myself. I couldn't stand the person I was looking back at. So you don't have to tell me who I am. Because I already know. But I know you too. And I know that you suffered. You suffered for the wrong you did to Vicky back then. And I know that you probably looked in the mirror too and didn't like what you saw. You probably can't look yourself in the eye either, but tell me one thing. Do you ever feel that way anymore?
No one was forcing you, Inez. No one was forcing you. This is all just smoke and mirrors to keep your ass out of jail for Eddie's murder.
No, Nora, that's not true.
Oh, really? I think it is true. You wanted to sleep with Bo so badly. You wanted to break up our marriage and have him all for yourself. So you had Eddie kidnap me to make that happen.
No, you have to believe me.
No, why should I? I know Eddie was working with someone. It had to be you. And when Rex came and rescued me from Eddie, you panicked. So you shot him. End of story.
It sounds about right to me. Nobody was forcing you to sleep with me.
But someone was.
Who?
Clint! Clint is the one that wanted me to sleep with you, Bo.